I have purchased what is perhaps one of the greatest culinary inventions known to man. Now you may be thinking, Evan, what is it, like a smart oven or a refrigerator that lets you play the new Dune movie on it? Absolutely not. It is, get ready for this, a breakfast sandwich maker. Now you may be thinking, Evan, what? But hear me out here. Sometimes, and I know we can all relate to this, I get very cripplingly lazy, which has resulted in me just buying absolute garbage food from whether fast food places or the grocery store, purely for the sake of I don't want to cook anything that's going to take longer than 10 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty much that. So enter said breakfast sandwich maker, and it does everything all at once. It has a bottom part where you put the bottom bun and cheese and meat or whatever other shit you want. I don't really know what else goes on a breakfast sandwich besides that, but has that part, and then it has a part for the egg, which is cool because you just crack the egg into it and then it just like sits there and cooks.
Oh shit.
And then you put the top bun on top of the egg, and it's genius. It cooks the whole thing. The only thing is, you really have to trust the instructions because it'll say, oh yeah, let it cook for like 5 minutes. And I would open it up and be like, that egg doesn't look very cooked. I'm gonna leave it in for a little longer. The egg was cooked because when I left it in for longer, I was like, oh yeah, the egg looks fine. The rest of the sandwich, however, is completely burnt to a crisp, inedible almost. So it takes about 5 minutes. I learned that the hard way. And this basically just allows me to justify cooking. Because I was like, man, if I want to make a breakfast sandwich before, I have to take out all this shit, like a pan, God forbid, to crack an egg into and cook it. It's like a lot of work. And I just wasn't having that. So instead I bought a specific contraption to do it all for me, which is probably the same amount of work. My light decided to die. Thank you for that. But this might have saved me from my own laziness, because now I can cook breakfast sandwiches, which are a healthy thing to have. I can cook them quickly, I can cook multiple, and they're all perfect. You know, from here it looks like kind of the worst breakfast sandwich ever made, but that's just because I didn't put a whole lot in it. And also the top bun kind of sinks into the egg a little bit, so it looks a little weird, but it's fantastic actually. Was this a good idea? Remains to be seen. It's pretty useful, however probably unnecessary, and probably takes about the same amount of work as it would just be cooking it separately, but I like it. It's just oh, boom, 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 put everything in it, cook it, and when it's done, you just slide the little thing out from underneath the egg falls onto the sandwich, and you're golden. I personally think it's genius. I'm not sponsored by these people, as you can probably tell, because I have 200 something subscribers, but it's pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet invention.